I think the key thing for me is knowing your tire pressure and also your tire choice, because you can obviously adapt your riding, adapt the lines you take, but if you run cross-country casing, cross-country tires basically, or light trail bike tires on a trail at the speed of, what you will ride on a downhill bike, it's not going to work out great. So what are like the different tips you got for customer out there that might be worried about reliability with carbon wheels, whereas it's Nobl or any other brand really?
Yeah, for sure. Like aluminum definitely has its place. It definitely serves a purpose for a lot of people because it will dent, it will kind of take a beating and keep on rolling somewhat. Aluminum is just a softer material that doesn't hold its shape as well as carbon does. Carbon kind of almost has like a memory to it where once it deforms, it goes back to shape. Whereas aluminum doesn't do that. So yeah, like the carbon wheels have come, like I said, come a long way in the last 5-10 years. Like it's been pretty impressive to see where we're at now from where we came from. And I can't really speak for too many other brands because I don't know their layup processes and what goes into their rims. But for us specifically, like adding that material in the bead of the rim and then making the wheels more compliant to absorb impact rather than stay stiff and transfer it, really helps with the reliability of carbon wheels. I think there's a lot of people like you that, and I was even the same way, like until I started working in the bike industry, I'd only exclusively ever ridden alloy wheels, but then I got on a pair of carbon wheels and I've never gone back.
Yeah, and you had a really good point with carbon wheels holding the shape, because aluminum wheels, like I think the big thing with me is I basically had to have a spoke key with me at all time.
Yeah.
Because, I'll try a gap, I'll land a bit sideways, the wheel will bend and will stay a certain way. Whereas carbon in general, like the wheel comes back, and it's extremely rare that I have to check my spoke tension. I do check it, but because, that's what you should be doing, I feel it's like your tire pressure. Even though your tire doesn't leak, you should still take your tire pressure. You should still check your tire pressure before riding.
Yeah.
So I feel it's the same, it's a safety control, just like checking your bolts on your bike.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't move, you should just still have a feel, make sure everything is good.
You have that peace of mind that everything's dialed in and you're not going to have an issue when you're out in the woods, right? Because there's nothing worse than getting 25 kilometers away from home and then something breaks and you're like, well, I guess I'm walking home.
And if I had checked, that would not have happened. But yeah, I feel like the carbon wheels are much less maintenance than aluminum wheels.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something we like really pride ourselves on, is that like there's a lot of people that can ride our wheels really, really hard for years and years and never have to touch them. Our wheels seem to hold it true and hold spoke tension really, really well, no matter what they're put through. So yeah, it's awesome.
Okay. Can you walk us through the lineup of Nobl? Obviously, we've got Signature 38 behind. Right there, we've got some gravel wheels. Because obviously, you do a bunch of different wheels. And sometimes for customer, it could be like a bit tricky knowing which ones they need to buy. So like, can you give us like a bit of a rundown?
Yeah, and we've also had like quite a few new products come out this year. So on the gravel side of things, we have the new FAR rims, the 40 and 50 mil deep versions. They're more of a wide aero gravel type rim. And then we still have our HRCR series as well, which is more traditional gravel road with clincher and a hookless bead. Whereas the FAR rims have, we call it a fusion hook. So it's kind of a mixture between hookless and a full clincher bead for road. So it just gives a little bit more better tire retention, a little bit higher pressures for if you're riding your gravel bike on the road and you want to run more than 30 PSI, you totally can. But also what it does is makes the top of the hookless or the bead wider. So absorbing more impact. For a gravel rim, the FAR series is very overbuilt. They have better impact strength than a lot of competitors like trail wheels, which is pretty impressive.
I guess because a lot of people on their gravel bike actually adventure, and they got a lot of gear like backpacks and bike bags, etc.
And also tires are getting wider, pressures are getting lower. So just, anything we can do to give that reliability to our customer, we're going to do. Like I said, Nobl, we always pride ourselves on impact strength first.
Okay.
And then, moving into the rest of the lineup, we have the Signature series now, the 36 and 38. So 36 is going to be like your kind of trail, cross country, that type of wheel, more like 120 to 150 mil travel bikes. And then the 38 is your like enduro downhill e-bike rim.
Yeah.
And then we just came out with the new Ethos line this year as well, which kind of spans across every discipline. So everything from XC to downhill, e-bikes, everything included. And those wheels are really, really cool. We designed those as more of a system to work specifically with bird spokes. So we really went down the rabbit hole on like rim shape and layup design and what we wanted out of the rim to work with the bird spokes. So we have everything from the lightest wheel we've ever made, the Ethos SL, which is
that's insane,
insanely
like
light.
I wish you could like. It seems like it's almost like a prototype that shouldn't be ridden. But
we've been riding them for the last almost year now, and we've only ever had one break.
Okay,
and it was definitely on something it shouldn't have been ridden on. So.
Okay.
But that's what we have to do for testing.
What's because I've ridden a set of Ethos with a bird spokes. For customer out there, what does a bird spoke like? What is it? What does it do?
It just almost amplifies the compliance of the rim, so it just makes it that much softer, that much more compliant out on the trail. So your traction is better. It also dampens vibration really, really well. So like the feedback you're getting through the handlebars and everything is dampened. It just provides a really unique ride feel. And then we also use the Bird Polylite X spokes in our enduro wheel, which are twice as thick as the standard Bird spokes. And that gives us just better impact resistance, like abrasion resistance, that type of thing when rocks are kicking into the wheel like they do on enduro tracks. It just kind of gives that added peace of mind as well as the ride quality performance. And then for the Ethos line as well, we designed our own hub in collaboration with Erase Components and Bird Spokes as well to make them work with the Polylite X spokes, because in our initial testing, we did run into some clearance issues just because of how thick they are. So we designed a completely new hub that would work for those spokes specifically. So the Ti 70 hubs are really, really cool because they come standard with like titanium-free hubs and really good quality bearings. And it's a hub that we want to ride, basically.
And so that's the most like premium lineup of Nobl, the Ethos. What about the Signature?
And then that's where I was going to go
Signature,
next.
Ethos, and what about the TR, sorry?
Yeah, the Sine Wave series. That's been like a staple in our lineup for longer than I've been with the company. It's a very unique looking wheel, the profile of it. But that's our full custom series. So like whatever you can dream, basically, we can build it for you.
So you can pick up whatever hub you want.
Yep.
Pretty much. And
whatever
color, style.
Yeah, graphics, whatever you want, we can do it. So that's just it's nice to be able to offer that because as you and I are very similar, I think we like our bikes to match and look good. And I think a lot of other people are like that too. So giving them the options to do whatever they want or whatever they can dream of is pretty cool to offer. Rather than just being like, here's a black hub with black spokes and black nipples and this basic graphic.
Yeah, you can really get it. And so myself, I've got the Project 321 hubs, the G3 hubs, which are right behind. And I'm pretty boring. I usually like the silver hubs, silver stickers, and it just like matches really well like most of the graphics I have on the bike. And it's pretty simple, but I feel like it looks clean and fast.
It's classic.
Yeah,
it's classic. It does look good. I like the silver as well.
Yeah, it just like never goes out of fashion. Always matches the disc. But obviously, Project 321 offers pretty much every color you can think of, and you can change a bunch of the part, the end caps, the 6-log system, so you can really match it to anything. And obviously Nobl's got the sticker to pretty much every color you can think of to match the hub. So.
Yeah, and if we don't have it, like we use slick graphics for our decals. So if we don't have it, if you want a Olin's yellow like color match decal, you just have to order it from them.
Yeah.